The world woke up to a seismic shift in the Middle East. Yahya Sinwar, the leader of Hamas in Gaza, was gone. Israel, in a daring and precise operation, had eliminated one of its most wanted men. Sinwar, the mastermind behind countless terror attacks on Israeli soil, had finally met his end. His death marked a turning point in the long and bloody conflict between Israel and Hamas. It was a victory for Israel, but one that came at a cost. The operation, shrouded in secrecy, raised questions about escalation and the future of the region. Sinwar's demise sent shockwaves through Gaza and beyond. Hamas, now reeling from the loss of its leader, vowed revenge. The specter of a wider conflict, one that could engulf the entire region, loomed large. The world watched with bated breath. Would this be the spark that ignited a conflagration, or could it perhaps pave the way for a different future? October 7th, 2023 will forever be etched in the memory of every Israeli. On that day, Hamas, in an unprecedented attack, unleashed a wave of terror upon Israel. They struck from land, air, and sea, catching the nation off guard. Thousands of rockets rained down on Israeli cities, sowing death and destruction. Militants infiltrating through tunnels, engaged in close-quarters combat, leaving a trail of carnage. The death toll soared, with hundreds of innocent lives brutally cut short. The nation was in shock. The audacity and brutality of the attack left Israelis reeling. The sense of security built over decades lay shattered. The government vowed swift and decisive action. A full-scale military operation was launched. The goal was twofold: to dismantle Hamas's infrastructure and eliminate those responsible for the carnage. The manhunt for Yahya Sinwar, the architect of the October 7th attacks, began. The hunt for Sinwar was a complex and dangerous undertaking. He was a ghost, moving from one hidden location to another, always surrounded by heavily armed guards. Israeli intelligence agencies worked tirelessly, following every lead, every whisper. They knew that capturing Sinwar alive was highly unlikely. He was too valuable to Hamas, and they would do everything in their power to protect him. The decision was made to neutralize him, but the opportunity had to be perfect. Months turned into a year, and still Sinwar remained elusive. The pressure on Israel mounted. Each passing day brought new threats from Hamas, a constant reminder of the danger Sinwar posed. The world watched and waited. The question was not if, but when Israel would find Sinwar. Section 4. The final operation, swift and decisive. The intelligence came in the dead of night. Sinwar's location had been compromised. He was holed up in a heavily fortified compound in the heart of Gaza City. The Israeli military sprang into action. A team of elite commandos was assembled. Their mission to infiltrate the compound, neutralize Sinwar, and get out, all while minimizing civilian casualties. The operation, years in the planning, had to be executed flawlessly. Under the cover of darkness, the commandos crossed into Gaza. They moved silently and swiftly, their every move coordinated with surgical precision. They breached the compound, encountering fierce resistance from Sinwar's guards. A firefight ensued, but the outcome was never in doubt. Sinwar, caught off guard, was killed instantly. The commandos, their mission accomplished, melted back into the night. Section 5. The aftermath, uncertainty, and shifting sands. The news of Sinwar's death sent shockwaves across the region. In Israel, there was a sense of relief, but also trepidation. Hamas, now leaderless, was unpredictable. Would they seek immediate revenge, or would they use this opportunity to regroup and rebuild? The international community, caught off guard, scrambled to react. Some condemned the operation, calling it an act of aggression that would only escalate the conflict. Others expressed cautious understanding, acknowledging Israel's right to defend itself. Palestinian Authority President Mahmoud Abbas, while condemning the killing, also used the opportunity to call for a return to negotiations. He argued that Sinwar's death created a vacuum, one that could be filled by a renewed push for peace. The coming days and weeks would be crucial. The world watched and waited, holding its breath, hoping against hope that this latest chapter in the Israeli-Palestinian conflict would not spiral into another cycle of violence.